What's going on YouTube? Synth Inferno here, and it's been a year and nearly 6 months. It's been nearly a year and a half since my first video on this channel, which was Fallout 4. We recently reached 150 subs, so I decided I'd go back to Fallout again, and I actually bought Fallout 4 just like as a joke, you know, saying I'm go do something, see if I can rebuild the settlement, and the engine for settlement building is so much more fun than Fallout 76. And honestly, I know, cause like the split of my followers, I've got about like 30% Madden, 20% Fortnite, and just about 50% Fallout. And then there's like, you know, out of all of those combined, there's about the 10% that watch every video and love it. And, you know, just like the content I make. But, yeah, I realize the majority of my fans are Fallout fans, and I haven't posted a Fallout video in... It's getting close to a year. I remember right when Fallout 76 came out is the last time, you know, I was making videos on Fallout. So, I purchased I already had most of the DLCs, but I purchased Automatron and Far Harbor, which is where we are. We're at Echo Lake Lumber in Far Harbor. I actually had to make a whole nother build because I bought this one digitally instead of on, you know, just just the disc. My bad. And yeah, lots changed. I've gotten more energy in my voice, you guys say. Yeah, it's been nearly 2 years. So this is the front gate. We're not gonna go through this now. I'm gonna continue going around the sides, and I basically put junk fences or junk walls all around the sides. Now, keep in mind I haven't played in a long time, so yeah, forgive my bad building. But I also have another fence. These are the only two entrance points to the settlement, you know, to this part. And this is completely no mods, no nothing. I haven't even looted out that place right there. I've barely touched, you know, the outside, and I haven't installed any mods. There are a few, I remember I had a whole bunch of credits, and I actually ended up spending them all. And I have a whole bunch of, you'll see, like this. That is from the shop. But anyway, coming up, I wanted to build something really close to what Far Harbor is, and you know, bring a mix of Diamond City, because, you know, they can't all stay cramped on the docks, so a good portion of them, they decided to come live at the lumber mill, which is, it's growing, it's still growing, it's not done yet by any means. But, I did reach the size limit. It is, yeah, it's almost up there. I did weapon drop, if you know what it is. It is the glitch where you drop all your weapons and you store them, and it makes your size budget go down. I did not want it glitching, so I have not, you know, really messed with that. But yeah, coming along this side, I have two guard towers. This side, this was at the very tail end when I did this. I had a bus right here with a whole bunch of beds in it, but I thought, it's not working out. I don't really like the way it looks, and I mean, like, if you're coming this way, the bus was about to, like, right here, so it didn't really look that good. So I really had no clue what to do with this, because mods, they help so much with the amount of decorations they bring. And keep in mind, I haven't even gotten the magazines that let you put, like, the flamingos, the flower pots, all that. So right here, I just put like the raider tent. I thought it looked good, and I put a cooking station and a fire barrel. I did put this cooking station right here, but right here I have a radio recruitment beacon. Really don't know like how this works, because I've had it here for a while and it's flipped on. Like you can see, the recruitment beacon is on, but I have not hasn't worked out. I haven't used it and it worked. And settlers came. I had to manually move every settler here, besides the original 3 guys. You know, I have a crafting station right there, but this main, like, trading part is what I'm most proud of. This reminds me the most of Diamond City. Right here, we have a clinic.
It must be.
Here's our doctor.
More, since someone did the dance like you.
What I hate about this is you can't see right there. It doesn't bring up the dialogue options like it brings up with a regular merchant. And so, like, you just straight up just say, I need armor, and it's like they say nothing.
Let's see
they
what
say
kind of armor
nothing.
you've got.
Exactly.
Look a trapper in the eyes.
I have some armor X here by my armor station. You know, the workbench it has to come with. And right here, actually, I blocked this off. Like, a good portion of the settlement I didn't use. I didn't use any of the parts by the water except for one tiny bit, which is completely disconnected from the settlement. You'll find on a lot of these, I didn't put a door. I just felt like there was no purpose for a door on a lot of these, but some things I did add doors on. But yeah, really sparsely decorated, because, like, if I did decorate it, it would be more of the same. And right here, I really like this, how the weapons were, weapons building worked out. You know, if you've seen my builds, you've seen I don't like to use this. I 100% prefer those. But, I decided to go with it, and it looked pretty cool. And I hold off this part, but there's really no reason it should be hold off, because if you see just beyond there, that part is not disconnected. So right here, this is the player home. This was originally a second bar, but I would find that the much nicer bar, it would get nobody, and it was a 3 level 4, and this was a level 1, and everybody would just bunch in here, and it would be hard for settlers to go back to their original, like, duties after the day, because they would just be in here all night. Once again, you know, it's sparsely decorated. I have the bobblehead stand. You know, I have a few places to store stuff, and upstairs I have the bed and the desk, you know, just sitting there. This is where I sleep and, you know, get out. That's, I mean, this isn't like one of those challenges where, you know, I'm staying here the entire time. So, yeah, I have an upstairs part where, you know, he can just sit if I feel the need be, but really nice view of all around the rest of the settlement, basically most of it. And yeah, coming down, you will hear, I hate this, I had the mod on last time that made the generators be quiet, but back this way. Up here, this is the doctor's house. He sleeps right there. We'll just pretend he does, because the settlement limit capped out and I forgot to put him a bed. Probably could have built something right there. I will definitely try and revisit this. I will try and follow this up with like me revisiting it and modding it. Not modding, you know, like using mods to decorate and stuff. See how much better it can get, because I mean, it looks like Good Neighbor and like Far Harbor combined, because there are aspects of Good Neighbor, like, you know, the very open, like, buildings, you know, just laying around, and then there are the aspects of, you know, Far Harbor, obviously with all the fishing stuff and the fact that it is in Far Harbor. So coming down, I have the Vault-Tec statue, you know. I did get 2 of the dogs. I did not get the mutant hound. I got the wolf and the regular junkyard dog. I like them because they were named. And yeah, so coming inside, we have my general trader. I found it really hard to light this place up, besides like having wires everywhere.
Not yet. Just right.
Yeah. Besides having wires everywhere, so I just kept it that way.
Have you talked to Cassie Dalton? Shame what
And
happened to her family.
yeah, this is my general trader. I kept it inside. I kept all these shelves. A lot of this building, you'll see that I did not change. Coming in this way, this is the part to the second part of, this is the way to the second part of the settlement. It's one of the ways. You know, coming right here and up. This is the general trader's house. You know, very sparsely decorated. I will revisit it with mods. Hit 10 likes. If we hit 10, like back on the old Fallout videos, I'll definitely revisit this with mods. But coming up this way, I have another one of these raider things. I love the way this turned out, because this is the shack bridges with the junk fences mixed in. This one, I did not like the way it ended up. Like those, when you're placing them, you always have to be wary. This side I have junked off too, but we will hop around back to the front. Yeah, here we go. And yeah, so instead of removing parts of the building, I built around it. Like, I junk fenced that off, and I really like the way it turned out. So, coming down here before we get into this part, this is a house for one of the jobless people, because I have a few people around here without a job, and you'll see the bathroom, it's perfect. I mean, it looks, because like my bathroom in my last settlement, it looked player made, and this one, it is 100% not. It's made by the CPU. This is how it starts. I'm fine with it. I also love the lockers and the desk, and I kept everything here. I added a seat and a light, but and a little fishing rack and the fish right here. But other than that, I didn't change much. Coming down here, this is my bar. I really, really, really like the way that it turned out. So you'll see this part of the place, it was completely open. Like you'll see, this is where the wall was up to. And I used the rug glitch. It was hard because, I mean, if I could have kept going, I would have. And you know, had this part walled off, but it wouldn't allow me to. And it would just sink all the way to the bottom when I remove the rug. So yeah, I really, really like the way it turned out. This was actually a poster that was already there. And you know, I really drawed from the high-end bar in Diamond City, Colonial Tap House, and the bar in Good Neighbor. I have no clue what that one is. In this playthrough, because I lost all my stuff from my previous one, I can't show the Commonwealth, but I haven't even discovered Good Neighbor yet. There's only 2 tables, but I feel like that's enough because I only have 11 settlers. You know, one of them being this bartender right here. Got 2 bar stools right here. You can come and tell them your problems. Thank you. And, you know, the safe, obviously, for all the merchandise needing hiding. Milk vending machine. Yeah. So, coming up. Yeah, I completely built onto this. This I built inside, it was kind of a pain, but ultimately I like the way it turned out, and wow, I did not notice that that's completely open. Might have to reposition that bed, because I couldn't add a roof right here. And yeah, so coming out, and this I left completely undecorated, besides adding a little table. You'll find a lot of the stuff I didn't decorate that much, or if at all. Plan on revisiting it.
Just once, let me find a pair of socks that don't have holes in them.
This I left completely open, and this side, I added a sleeping bag right there and a bed right there. You'll find that I patched a lot of holes in this, and I patched this wall with that, because that is where the trader's house, if you can see through that, that is right across. So coming up, once again I left all this the same. I scrapped everything, planning on making my house here, but I just found it way too tricky to work with for reasons like that, and the fact that I could only build like 1 by 1. And yeah, I just wasn't feeling it, so I just put a settler bed down here, and you know, just some you know, just settlers live up here or sleep up here when they're kicked out of the house. This isn't a very rich settlement. You're not gonna find a lot of rich people here. The rich people are probably the vendors who, you know, who have their own home, because a lot of the people are just in group homes. So coming through this side, gonna turn my flashlight on so you can see a little better. I really hate the fog here. If there's a mod for fog, like how to get it reduced, please let me know in the comment section, because I really need to know. So right here, just a little sitting area. I liked how some Fallout YouTubers, they'd build like structures on the sides of their walls, so I decided to do that. And yeah, as you can see, my wall's right there. So right here is the farm. You access it from the other side. There's no way to access it from here, I don't believe, unless I change it. Yeah, there's no way to access it. Right here, this is a school bus, but you can't access it. I did it on purpose instead of adding just a regular wall. I just really didn't want to like build the school bus, and I thought, yeah, they just block it off, they just use it, it's already there. So getting around from right here to right there is a pain. Like, that's one of the downfalls of the settlement. You have to go through here,
Is that a pip?
back through here,
I've heard about those.
all the way around
Damn.
to here. I blocked off this part,
I had my passage.
added some Far Harbor stuff, you know, the quirks. This is a scavenging station. Someone should be on this. I don't know why they're not. But right here, this is basically the power. This is the base of where all my power is. I was gonna make it a wind farm, but they only produce 3 power, so I did a whole bunch of small ones because at that point I didn't have the resources to build the big ones, and I still don't think I can build the big ones if we're being honest here. So right here, not much, but this is the kind of the weakest point in the wall. You can hop through and over, and you can see that the rest of the settlement is walled in. But yeah, I added a wall right there because there was an gaping hole where you could just walk through. I mean, at least you have to put some effort, you know, and jump right here. But coming right here, it's another settler home. Sparse. And I walled in all of this, but I really had no clue what to do here. I kind of hit a block. But right here, this is one of my favorite parts. You know, this part, you'll see right there. We'll go there in a second. This part is probably my most decorated house. This is, you know, just another settler's home. Really like the way I decorated it, if we're being honest. I was gonna plan to use the entire thing. I had a big mansion right there, but then I was like, nah, it's just not looking good. As you can see right here, I was rug glitching, and I forgot to scrap one of the rugs. Right here, like I said, I was planning on walling around the entire part, but I just really didn't want to work with these rocks, so I just completely scrapped it. Okay. And yeah, large generator right here. And this is a water farm. There's a bunch of water here. It's a whole bunch made. And like I found it hard to find out where the workbench is, so I'll show you guys that right now if I can hop through. No, cannot. Basketball goal right there if you're trying to lace your threes in the Fallout. Yeah, it's right here. Got all my stuff, and it produces a lot of purified water. Love to see it. This is, I believe I already showed this, you know, just a random settler's house. Let me know down in the comment section where you want me to build next, because I have no clue. Because, like, I haven't played in years, and, like, if the response on this video is good, I'm gonna keep making Fallout videos. You know, I'm obviously gonna keep the Buccaneers franchise going in Madden, you know, keep doing Madden rebuilds, but whatever you all want to see, you know, let me know, and then, you know, I can freaking make it for you.
Identity confirmed. This unit is ready to serve.
This is my farming bot.
Actually,
His name is
I'll be
Bug.
back later.
Standing down.
Yeah, that's about it on him. Right here, I did not know this happened, but here's the farmer's bed. Little side table for him. A TV, because, you know, he's producing all the crops here. You know, he should have at least some time to spend alone and stare at a blank screen because it is not powered. How are the lights? How are there lights in here, but it's not, that's not powered. Okay, whatever. And, you know, just a little couch for him. This settlement, it took me about 3 days to build entirely. Not a lot of effort to it. I mean, there was effort, like, not a lot of, it didn't take a lot of effort. You know, this building right here, I wish you could build in. I wish you could build in, but it's probably, you can, honestly, what's probably happening is, you can probably use mods and open that up, and it's just a complete building you can use. But, what's probably happening is, let me see. There's probably the yellow, there's probably the settlement border going through it, yep. Settlement border's going through it, so we can't use it. So yeah, that's basically it. I think I've showed you guys everything. It's, I really like this build at times. I felt like I should quit, but I stayed with it, and honestly it looks really good. I wish there was no fog, and I wish my wiring skills were a little better, but all in all, you know, this was a pretty good build for not having, you know, done Fallout, and I haven't played Fallout in about a year, and I haven't, you know, played Fallout 4 with the settlement mechanics in nearly 2 years. Because that first build I had on Fallout 4, I did not build that at the time. I built it. I had it saved, then the recording saved for nearly 2 months, so it's basically been 2 years since I've built with Fallout 4. So, don't judge me too harsh on how my settlement building skills are, but let me know what you think down in the comments. That's it for the settlement, and I'll see y'all in the next one.